Good morning everyone. Welcome back to GK Today. And today we'll be discussing most important MCQs for 8th of August 2023. Let's start with our session. Which Union Ministry launched the Ullas initiative, where Ullas stands for Understanding Lifelong Learning for All in the Society? So Union Ministry of Education has recently inaugurated the logo and the slogan Jan Jan Sakshar along with a mobile application for Ullas, which is a kind of Nav Bharat Saksharta Karyakram. Basically, this initiative aims to transform the education and literacy nationwide by creating a learning ecosystem that provides the basic education, digital and financial literacy, and the critical life skills to the individuals who are aged 15 and above who actually missed the chance to attend school. Okay, so two things are important. Ullas stands for Understanding Lifelong Learning for All in Society, because sometimes you can be asked that L stands for what. Okay, so you have to remember the full form, and it is associated with Ministry of Education. Then apart from it, which union ministry has recently launched the company law committee out of these four options? So this is Ministry of Corporate Affairs. So the company law committee has been established in the year 2019 by the Union Ministry of Corporate Affairs, and it is expected to explore the implementation of regulatory measures which are actually specific to the startups. And this initiative comes in response to the growing concerns about the corporate governance matters within the startup entities. Okay, simply you can be asked that company law committee is associated with which ministry? Answer would be Ministry of Corporate Affairs. Now, few days back we have seen that the Ministry of Commerce and Industry has decided to set up a working group to discriminate the laws so as to further promote the ease of doing business. Okay, so this question can be asked that which ministry has decided to set up this working group so as to promote ease of doing business? Answer would be Ministry of Commerce and Industry. Also, few days back, a no confidence motion was initiated against the government in the Lok Sabha, and it was initiated by Congress Deputy Leader in Lok Sabha, Mr. Gaurav Gogoi. This name is important for your exam. Okay. Next question is, the book titled as Memories Never Die was launched as a tribute to. So Union Home Minister Amit Shah has unveiled a book, the title of which is Memories Never Die, and it is a tribute to our former president Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam. So he unveiled the book during his 2-day visit to the Ramanthapuram district of Tamil Nadu, and this book was co-authored by Dr. APJM Nasima Marayekar and scientist Dr. YS Rajan. Okay, so only thing you have to remember is Memories Never Die has been launched as a tribute to APJ Abdul Kalam. Okay, here if we discuss few important books and authors, the first one is How PM Decide, and this is the book from a veteran journalist named as Neerja Chaudhary. Okay, second book is Kargil Ek Yatri Ki Zubani, and this is a book from Rishi Raj. Basically, this book pays tribute to the martyrs of Kargil war. Okay, then the third book is India's Financial Ministers. The title of the book is India's Financial Ministers, and this is the book from a journalist named as A.K. Bhattacharya. Okay, and last book is The Golden Years. This is a very important book because it has been authored by very famous Ruskin Bond. This is a book of Ruskin Bond, that's why this can be asked in your examination. Okay, so The Golden Years has been authored by Ruskin Bond. Next question is, which badminton player has clinched the Japan Open 2023 singles men's title? So the Danish world number 1 Victor Axelsen clinched victory in the Japan Open finals, and he has defeated Jonathan Christie, who is from Indonesia. And if we talk about the women's singles, world number 2 N Se Young from South Korea has beaten He Bing Jiao, who is from the country China, to clinch the title. Also, she replaced Japan's reigning world champion Akane Yamaguchi to bag the world number 1 spot. Okay. Basically, many things can be asked from this single question, like who is the winner of Japan Open? If you talk about singles men's title, answer would be Victor Axelsen, and he is from the country Denmark. He has defeated Jonathan Christie, and Jonathan Christie is from the country Indonesia. Then if you talk about the women's singles title, the winner is N Se Young, who is from South Korea, and she has defeated He Bing Jiao, who is from the country China. Okay. Now apart from it, let's talk about some sport related current affairs. The first one is World Archery Championship 2023. For this, the venue is Berlin in the country Germany. India has won the gold. Okay. Then if we talk about the Belgian Grand Prix, the winner is Max Verstappen. Also, don't forget that India's very first online gaming academy is set to be established in the state of Madhya Pradesh. And if we talk about ISSF Junior World Championship, India was at the second position, and in total India has won 17 medals, out of which 6 were gold, 6 were silver and 5 were bronze. Okay. And this championship was originally won by the country China. So first was China, second was India, and third was Ukraine country. Okay. Next question is, Beni Sagar, which is in the news recently, is a place located in which Indian state? Let's see why it was in news. Because the Archaeological Survey of India have stated excavations in Beni Sagar, which is a village in the state of Jharkhand in its West Singhbhum district. Okay. And this excavation has yielded hundreds of artifacts indicating continuous human habitation from the 5th century AD until 16th to 17th century AD. So Beni Sagar has been recognized by the ASI, and now it is listed among the top 100 significant archaeological monuments in the country. Okay, so that's why this place is in news, and Beni Sagar is a part of Jharkhand state. Talking about some places that were in news, the first one is here Kapileshwar Temple. Kapileshwar Temple is a part of Odisha state. It lies in Odisha basically. And why it was in news? Because recently Archaeological Survey of India has made a significant decision to add this temple to their protected monument list. Okay. The second one is Tungnath Temple, and it lies in the state of Uttarakhand. Then the third one is Navegaon Tiger Reserve, and it lies in Maharashtra state. Also there is one more tiger reserve, the name of which is Bandhavgarh Tiger Reserve. It was also in news, and it lies in the state of Madhya Pradesh. Then one last is Tungareshwar Wildlife Sanctuary, and it is a part of Maharashtra state. Now you have to tell me, where does the Gyan Vyapi Masjid lie? Please write your answer in the comment section. The next question is, which northeastern state exported over 1.3 tons of pineapples to the Middle East? So Department of Agriculture and Farmers Welfare, the government of Meghalaya, and Meghalaya Resin Management Agency has recently facilitated the market linkages of more than 1.3 tons of pineapples to the Middle East. And this pineapple from Meghalaya are being sold across different malls in Dubai, Kuwait and Sharjah. Okay. So recently Meghalaya has exported this much amount of pineapples to the Middle East. Also, which is the first northeastern state of India out of the 4 options given here to release the Good Governance Index at the district level? So this is Arunachal Pradesh. Okay, Arunachal Pradesh is the first northeastern state of India to release district level of Good Governance Index. Now let's see some of the products that have got the GI tag recently. The first one is Morel mushroom, and it is a variety of mushroom that has got the GI tag recently, and it is a product from Jammu and Kashmir. From Jammu and Kashmir, there is one more product that has got the GI tag recently. It is the Basoli painting. Okay. Then from Ladakh, wood carvings have been selected for GI tag. Then from Tamil Nadu, 3 products are there that have got the GI tag, which are these. The first one is Kambam, grapes. The second one is Manamadurai, pottery. And now you have to tell me which is the third product from Tamil Nadu state to get the GI tag recently. Please write your answer in the comment section if you remember. Now the next question is, the US has announced $345 million in military aid for which particular country? So US has announced this much amount in military aid for the country Taiwan, and this is Joe Biden administration's first major package that is drawing on America's own stockpiles to help Taiwan so that they can counter China. So this package would include defense, education and training for the Taiwanese, and Washington will send man-portable air defense systems, or you can say the man-pads, intelligence and surveillance capabilities, firearms and missiles as per the US officials. Fine. So US has announced this much amount of help to the country Taiwan recently. Can you tell me, Norway, Germany and Finland reported which disease on the fur farms and mammals in their country? So this is avian influenza. So Finland's food authority has reported H5N1 on 2 more fur farms, both housing foxes, which raises the number of outbreaks to 14. And Norway has reported the virus in a red fox pup, while Germany reported the virus on a seal. And similar detections in seals and sea lions have occurred in multiple parts of the world. Okay, so these countries have reported avian influenza in their farms and mammals recently. Next question is, which country is the host of the World University Games 2023? So the compound mixed archery team of Aman Saini and Pragati clinched a gold medal at the World University Games, the venue of which is the country China. So the Indian archers have also won 2 more medals in archery in the men's and women's compound team event. Okay, simply which country is the host of the World University Games this year? Answer would be China. Also, which Indian city is the host of the Semicon India 2023 conference? So Ministry of Electronics and IT has added 2 semiconductor design startups to the Semicon India Future Design DLI scheme, which are these. The first one is Ahisa Digital Innovation and the second one is the Caligo Technologies. Okay, so this was announced during the second edition of the Semicon India 2023 conference, the venue of which is Gandhinagar in the state of Gujarat. And these startup, or you can say MSMEs, will receive support under the scheme. So which Indian city is the host of Semicon India conference? Answer would be Gandhinagar, Gujarat. Next question is, which country has introduced Tech Equity Digital Inclusion Platform? So during the G20 Empower Summit in Gandhinagar, Gujarat, recently India has introduced this Tech Equity, which is a digital inclusion platform, the aim of which is to reduce the gender digital gap. Okay, so it is one of the key outcomes of India's G20 presidency, and it will be free for the women to use. Basically, it will have different courses on digital and financial literacy and tech skill development along with core skill enhancement. And this platform is to be funded by India for the next 3 years, and it will be maintained by FICCI. Full form is Federation of Indian Chambers of Commerce and Industry. Okay, so recently India has introduced the Tech Equity Digital Inclusion Platform. Fine. Now apart from it, can you tell me which institution has recently released a report, the title of which is Scorching Divide: How Extreme Heat Inflames Gender Inequalities in Health and Income? Simply, Scorching Divide is a report from Earth Rockefeller Foundation, and this report has warned that in the hot years, extreme temperatures could lead to the deaths of nearly 204,000 women each year in India, Nigeria and the US combined by 2050. Okay, Simply you have to remember that this is the report from Arzt Rockefeller Foundation. Okay. Next question is, where was the Russia-Africa Summit held recently? So this was the second edition of Russia-Africa Summit, and recently it took place in the country Russia on 27th and 28th of July 2023. So originally it was scheduled to be held at African Union headquarters in Addis Ababa, but later on it took place in Russia. So at the commencement of the summit, President Putin promised to provide free grain shipments to 6 African countries, and under this commitment, Burkina Faso, Zimbabwe, Mali, Somalia, the Central African Republic and Eritrea will receive 25,000 to 50,000 tons of grain in the upcoming months. Okay. Simply, what was the venue for Russia-Africa Summit that has been held recently? Answer would be Russia. Now, can you tell me which city was the host for International Maritime Organization Conference? This is London city. Okay. Then, what is the venue for Laser National Championship? This is Secunderabad. Then, venue for G20 Supreme Audit Institution Summit. Many times we have talked about it. Answer would be Goa, right? And the venue for the Y20 meet is Kashmir. These are some of the conferences that we have to remember. The next question is, which state is planning to launch Labor Bima scheme? So the government of Telangana is planning to launch a scheme named as Labor Bima on the lines of the existing scheme Raitu Bima. Okay. Basically, it is an insurance scheme, and the insurance coverage of the beneficiaries will be raised from 1.5 lakh rupees to 3 lakh rupees. Also, it proposed that the renewal period will be extended from 5 years to 10 years. Fine. So, Labor Bima scheme has been initiated by Telangana state. Okay. Also, Western Tragopan is the state bird of which Indian state? So, this is the state bird of Himachal Pradesh, and it has been reported that this species is experiencing habitat loss in certain regions of the country. So due to the dedicated efforts of the state authorities, there has been a steady rise in the population of this endangered species at the state's Sarahan Pheasantry, which is the conservation breeding center, and now it provides hope for its survival and future expansion. Simply you can be asked that Western Tragopan is the state bird of which Indian state? Answer would be Himachal Pradesh. Next question is, which country has recently conducted a referendum for a new constitution? So this is Central African Republic, which is a landlocked country in the African continent, and now it has conducted a voting in a referendum for a new constitution, and this comes after the country witnessed multiple coups. Basically in 2020, Mr. Touadera secured a second term as the president of the country until 2025, and if the referendum is passed, it would allow the existing president for his third term. Fine. So recently, Central African Republic has conducted a referendum for this new constitution. Then apart from it, where is the World Police and Fire Games 2023 held? So the 2023 World Police and Fire Games is a community-wide sports event that is held from 28th of July to 6th of August in the country Canada. So India is represented by the Central Reserve Police Force, and the athletes of CRPF bagged total 5 gold and 1 silver medal for India on the first day of the event itself. Okay. Simply, what is the venue for World Police and Fire Games 2023? Answer would be Canada country. And now the last question says, Isle of Room, which was seen in the news recently, is located in which country? First of all, let's see why Isle of Room is in news. So NASA is currently using the rocks from Isle of Room to practice the testing methods for examining the Martian rocks because they share similarities in geological, mineral and chemical content. So the igneous rocks from the Isle of Room exhibit comparable geological, mineral and chemical characteristics to those which are discovered on the planet Mars. Okay, so Isle of Room lies in the country Scotland. Okay, So these are the most important current affairs and the news from today. And now let's start with today's quiz. Here on the slide you can see 5 questions which have been taken from the past 2-3 days current affairs. Pause the video and try to solve each of these questions, and at the end of the lecture do not forget to share your scores in the comment section. So please be honest and not cheat with yourself. So that's it for today. I hope you have liked the session. These were the important news and events from today, and we will meet again tomorrow with some more important current affairs. Till then, stay tuned. Thank you so much for watching, and please do not forget to subscribe to GK Today. With this, Minu Hatsana signing off.